Morning? Yes. Well, no, but yes. Anyway, I am a casual dad gamer. Barely managed to get my item level to 154 yesterday with random battlegrounds. Oh, sweet man. Well, good luck. I'll happily help you if you need any help along the way. So they nerfed the tornadoes. Let's get hit by one and just see. No. Oh, 7k only. Okay, it was doing 14k last time I got hit by one. And this is on a 12, so I don't know if that's supposed to scale with key level or scale with HP or what. I don't actually know. Maybe it was just me. Oh, maybe it was scaling with HP level, because I said I got hit by one for 14k, and somebody was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, it happened. Look at the VOD. So maybe it was bugged. Good luck in here. We took 80 minutes. Yeah, as long as we don't wipe on the last boss. This is a very easy key this week, I feel like. Let's see, though. As long as you take the last boss serious, I don't think it's difficult. What trinkets are you using? You can see them here, although maybe you don't recognize them. It's the one from the door boss in Heart of Azeroth. And it's one from Spires of Ascension. Oh, dropped the foam shield. Not good. How'd that happen? We took the last boss very serious, Sam. What was the issue mostly, though? Was it just like uncontrollable deaths, or was there something that people were just getting hit by constantly? Because I feel like that fight is actually very easy if people just all sell out to do the mechanics, but nobody ever does. Just so much damage. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Okay, currently no enemies in my D&D. That's not ideal. Uh, 80 mythics in 2 weeks is an average of 4.2 dungeons an hour every day for... Wait, what? No, it's definitely not. What the fuck are you talking about? I assume you meant to say 4.2 dungeons a day. I basically didn't even do keys on Tuesday. Or last Tuesday, actually, so... I always forget which way. So which way? This way. It's way too early on my thing. Should have waited.
Mortal lives are so fleeting, so fragile.
These guys aren't much for interrupting, it seems. Do we even get it with leg sweep? What about Relish in Blood? I see you pick Blood Tap. Yeah, I'm not going to be using Relish. As Night Fae, Blood Tap seems like really, really good. Or seems better than Relish, either way. Oh, we have no Necrolord? That's not gonna... That's not good. I'm just gonna save AMZ at this point. I keep using it on this one, but it's just a single mob. The healer shouldn't need defensives here. It's the next pack where there's two other mobs plus this one, and even though we have Prideful there, I feel like that would be the better place for it. It's never up. Not, at least not this week. On Fortified, it might be close, but... Okay, so here's 20. Don't kick the Grave Spike. It is a good thing I didn't interrupt. Don't kick the Grave Spike. It is a bait. You want to kick the Bone Spike or whatever, the other bone, the big bone thing. Grave Spike is just a normal cast. Okay, I'll just take this one. Oh, wait, what? Why can I not take it? Oh, because it's bolstered. Ah, oh, fuck. Unlucker. I've been using Relish, but yeah, after you said it seems like Blood Tap is better, but then it's one more button and I don't have keys. Well, that actually is a very passive button. You could even just macro that to Mirror End if you wanted to. But yeah, either way. For Night Fae especially. I wouldn't say it's better for others. I would just say for Night Fae it seems very good. The more runes I could sneak out at the right times, or like especially because I misplay this all the time, like reading chat doesn't help, honestly, but yeah, I have a couple problems with spending runes properly. I always have, even all these years later. I just find myself constantly panicking. I constantly find myself like battling with the mentality that Mirror End is something that, or that Bone Shield is something that I should have the highest stacks possible of at all times, and that's just not true. But I always have myself battling that. The second one, yeah. This guy's offline, that doesn't help him. I always forget I should be hard striking instead of Mirror End. Oh, damn. More satisfying sound. That's one way to look at it. Yeah, well, especially with Night Fae, if you're not Mirror End, or if you're Mirror Ending and not hard striking, then good luck. Did this guy just like leave or what? What the fuck? Guys, it's bolstering and then he's offline. What? Yeah, we know it's bolstering. We fought 2 mobs there, dude. Like, is that a joke? I hope we actually DC'd. We should grab that one. sides, don't pull mid. It's an interesting thought. I have to see how much count there would be there. But I can't imagine it would line up well. These mobs probably give a ton of count, right? Actually, they might not, because we are at 30, so if they give it a ton, we'd be at 40 now. We're definitely not going to be. They're really not hard, though. I guess it's bad if you have a really ranged heavy group, though. People are constantly having to move. Looks like it's 2.2 each. Well, it looks like this is over, so we'll just check out that real quick and see exactly how much they give. But if they give the same amount, then yeah, I guess it would be better not to pull those. Nice second week of the season. You got backseat tankers. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if this guy just doesn't do a lot of keys or if he's confused, but it's like you can't just skip mobs. Like, we need count, so we're pulling something there. I don't see how that would be better than not pulling that, but I guess this is over, so that's a shame. Look at this guy. He's pretty cool looking, honestly, if you've never looked at this model. Pretty badass looking, actually. He did some really nice models. Although I'm still confused about, like, why he has hair. It's like, okay, it's clearly not an actual human raised into undeath, so why does this mob have hair? Right. What key is this? Well, you can see it right here, but... Yeah, 12 Theater of Pain. That looks like it's no longer continuing. Okay, so while we wait, we can look at this. Let's see. Theater, new. Let's start a new one here. That isn't an undead. It's Walder Frey. It does look like him, actually. Fuck. Okay, so let's see. How do we get in there? It is the Altars of Anguish. Okay, so suggestion that we skip this pack. 4.4% total. That is 3.7%. So will that still get us to 40? It might. And if so, then yeah, it would be a good idea. Greetings from South Africa. Hey, welcome back, man. Will you be upgrading your route? Updating your routes. It's not an update. Yeah, we're good. Oh, the guy's back. Do you make a new route for every week? No. Not for pugging. You can't use that item. What are these fucking guys doing? Jesus Christ. Just completely fucking clueless.
You think yourself exceptional, gifted, but you will learn humility.
And I used Rune Weapon again on the fucking ad. Jesus, man, I'm just never gonna get out of that habit, am I? Do you think Knife A is superior to other Covenants? No, probably not. I mean, I'm just picking it because I like it, but I haven't tried other Covenants. It does seem like it's the hardest one to use, though, that's for sure. But I do think if you played it very well, I do think it would be very good. And it's basically an 8% damage reduction on every target, so if you were able to maximize that, I don't see how that wouldn't be the best one for defense, for raw defense. I mean, it's certainly better than the other ones for raw defense, regardless. I don't see how anybody... I mean, 10% dodge or whatever every 2 minutes or whatever. It's not very good, I don't feel like. I highly consider it after watching you play it. It does sound good, yeah. We'll see if the reality matches with what it sounds like, you know, but... I think the best thing about this is, like, the more gear we get, the better this Covenant gets, honestly. You're a beast, though? I appreciate you saying that, but... I'm just a guy playing a lot of WoW. Anybody can do it. No, not great damage, but pretty good. Above average. Well, minus the Hunter, who fucking... basically just screwed the skate. I think he left and thought this would be enough time to log back in, but he didn't realize that we were just going to keep pulling trash without him, probably. No, he's just putting in minimal effort. I didn't pot either. 8% scaling is pretty good. Well, the thing about it is it's 8% of your strength too, right? It's not just damage, you know what I mean? Like, it's the other ones just deal damage effectively, so I feel like this is going to get really good later on in the expansion. When strength scaling gets, you know, when we get a lot more strength and the whole, like, scaling with armor thing gets really nice. I can't imagine, like, for example, the Kyrene ability. I can't imagine that is going to scale as hard as this one would for just, you know, strength and stuff and how stats interact with it. Marksman is the new flavor of the month, after all. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's not bad. It's just doesn't keep up with what you expect from in a 12. Nobody interrupt meat shield. I'll handle it. He didn't get the 30% buff. Oh, he didn't? Why not? Why would he not get it? Shaman for healers, Marksman for DPS, Avenge for tanks. Nice. That's fine. You can just mind control this. Hi. Hi what? When you grab your soul... Oh. I see. I thought you were talking about the prideful. That's funny. It's also 30%. Oh, this is only bolstered once. What the fuck? What are they doing? This is crazy. One stack of bolster? Yo, man, they got some crazy shit going on here, huh? Hopefully that doesn't aggro. In fact, you know what? Fuck it. Let's grab this dude and pull that shit. Gotta make sure we interrupt. I'll then Casco off here, so. I'm looking forward to seeing how hard Hateful Strike hits you. Yeah, we'll be interested. We did it on 11 and 10, but it wasn't anywhere near as bad, I'm sure. Okay, so that guy has yet to interrupt on this pack, so I'm not going to be hearing any lip from him, I'm assuming. Vamp Blood for the win. That's true. It does help you win. It helps you with success, which is of paramount importance. Just like finding the mountain. I had a thought. You think Vamp Blood Legendary would be amazing for Grievous weeks? Maybe, yeah. I'm curious to see how much harder it hits on 12 as well. The Dead, he was super stable. Just one of them needed Link. Well, I'll be able to play a little bit better, I think, now that I've seen it a few times. I was managing my CDs poorly. The big problem is the hooks, obviously. The 10 we did. I don't know why it autoed to Dead. You talk a lot about death, I guess. That's probably why. Haha, I'm dead. If you say that every day, then it's going to be like... Anytime you type a D and an E, it's probably going to just auto-complete. Okay, next pack's our buff coming up. Nah, she talks about herself in keys a lot via text. That's probably it, actually, Bug. Not getting any trinket drops from Mythic Plus. Yeah, well, I haven't really either, but I have gotten a fair amount of gear in general. Just got Queensguard Vigil 187 from one of our calling treasures. Don't know if it's any good. Gotcha, yeah, I have no idea. I don't really know names of things right now either, so just a heads up. I can't really... You'd have to explain to me what the trinket is and does, and maybe where it's from for me to be able to give a comment. I need to just sit down and make a video about trinkets, but frankly, I don't know enough about them yet. Like, I've not even gotten a single raid trinket yet. What does that even mean? Yeah, it was just a bad joke. So, are you the best gear in your guild? I doubt it. I doubt it. There's people who have, like, mad BOEs and shit. I'm not even that high. I mean, there's people like 215 and shit hanging out in the world, so I'm sure that there are others who are just as good. So I don't really get this whole, like, let's run as far away from these mobs as possible. No, no, no. Let's stay right next to them so we can kill them as fast as we possibly can. I'm only 203, but all my slots are BIS sip pants. Nice. Hey, easiest tank for Mythic Plus? I would say Bear is the answer, yeah. I have 2 rank 2 legendaries. That's a big difference too, yeah. I have a 220. Does anybody else have a 225 item on? I mean, I don't... That's a mythic quality item, basically, right? I'm sure I'm the only one. Maybe not, though. I was behind him. It's a backle, too. It's not just a frontal. These people literally think it's just a frontal. Man, they're fucking noobs. They don't know it's a frontal and a backle, huh? Incoming attacks can trigger a retaliatory strike. Oh, that's interesting. And that's a world content trinket? I don't know. I've never tried it. I'm Jelly, back at it again. Yep, back at it, looking for another 6-month ban. Anyway, damage and healing are increased per enemy struck up to 5. That's interesting. Yeah, I've never tried it. Okay, we'll just take the pet into the boss, I guess, at this point. Kill it later. Lust is up shortly. Hey Metro, you kill any Mythic raid bosses? No, we've yet to enter Mythic. We'll be trying it next week though. Or hopefully killing the first boss next week. Their lack of sight is their downfall. Yeah, right. Well, that was closer than it should have been. I think everybody gets distracted by the ads on this fight and damage suffers for it. Guy's offline again. Sweet. Anyway, that seems to be an issue. A lot of DPS act like they know they're doing, but in reality they don't know the mechanics or the Covenant abilities. Speaking of Mythic, my weekly vault has an update showing a Mythic kill, and it has me worried. We have to kill 3, right? A Mythic raid kill, you mean? You can't parry that, I guess. Oh, well, that's right on the edge there, I guess. No, you just need 1. Wasn't for heroic. Hunter is offline, yes, again. 1-7-10? That's not how it was for heroic, so I don't know. Well, sloppy, but we did have 4 people. Yeah, Hunter's offline again. Oh yeah, well, I guess we can just kill the pet now, huh? Please don't talk about your box. Damn. Sarah, you taking... Or Foxy, you taking it too far. That strike is so OP with Brindors. I play Blood and I sit at nearly 55k health. Nice. No, that doesn't have anything to do with that, but... Yeah, it's pretty good. A good legendary, I feel like. I don't have any, like, visual sense about this place for whatever reason. Unholy is a beast? Oh, yeah. Interesting. What is the damage add-on? Details, of course. Why? Which one you using? But blood is a good tank for sure. It's definitely one of the 6 tanks, 100%. That cannot be denied. Some fools will try, though. Recount? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Be careful of if you insult this hunter, you might have an entire guild of Brazilians coming after you because you hurt his little feelings. Oh, Brazilians, what? Do you consider any of the DK specs S tier in terms of either rating or Mythic Plus? S tier. It's supposed to be the highest or something, right? No, not really. There's people who don't use details? I'm not sure. I guess so. Recount's still pretty good, right? What is that yellow number on the nameplate? Oh, that's my DPS to that target, yeah. You, recount. You guys don't like recount? I'm using it, no problem. On a TBC client. Anyway, Mistweaver or Resto Druid for key pushings. I would take Resto Shaman. Resto Shaman would be my pick, but between the two, I guess Druid, yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool, yeah. What's your current eye level? 206? Yeah, 206. 2006. I'm very high. Oh no, it's 206. See, my fault there. I got it twisted. My words got tangled, man. But this Tiger Stripe watch make you bitch a Bengals fan. I always thought that line was clever. Recount, stop the count. Speaking of very high, he's better. As a fellow DK, what do you consider the better for DKs based off damage? What are we talking about? You mean what spec? I guess Unholy is better than Frost, if that's your question. We had that discussion yesterday, and I think, yeah, Frost is kind of just, sadly, just objectively worse than Unholy right now. Like, they don't, what would they do better? I don't know, nothing. So it's kind of just the Bombkin Pharaoh Druid treatment. What do you think of Shadowlands so far? Yeah, oh man, Shadowlands has been the best. I've literally never, like, I mean, I've always enjoyed playing the game, but even ask, like, people in the guild, like, I mean, I've always enjoyed WoW, but this is the most I've ever been engaged. It's insane. What do you think the hunter will say this time when he comes back? I'm not sure. Unsure. Frost can take a pet, Unholy doesn't want to. Alright, one for Frost. I think Shadowlands is, apart from PvP, a really good experience. Gotcha. What don't you like about... I don't know anything about PvP, but I have to say I quite like the fact that you can get so much gear from PvP. That's pretty badass. Shadowlands feels like they put up changes on the board and only picked the changes that were good. Oh, yeah. Well, that's an opinion. I think a lot of people get caught up in, like... There's these people talking on the forums all the time. They're like, Blizzard shouldn't make things that people don't like. And it's like, that's not how liking things works. Like, I don't know if people don't understand that, or if they just are that stupid. Like, they're children, maybe. They don't understand, but, like... Yeah, it's not like a... Like, they shouldn't do things that are bad. It's like, what are you, retarded? You have something, a learning disability or something? Yeah, you're right. They should definitely not murder people or... I mean, like, what they're not doing anything that's bad. They're trying their best and they think it would work, and if it doesn't, then they change it, and if it does, then they keep it. Anyway, Frost is cold and Osh gets to make Mr. Freeze puns. That's actually it, you're right. Fuck it, we're going Frost. A decision made. It says it here, though, pretty much. We're gonna have the end of the dungeon, it looks like. No, there's no way you can do this boss with 4. You'll never have any DPS available. I wonder what happens when you try to solo this boss. Where are you from? The Badlands. I grew up just outside of Netherguard Keep. Back before it was Netherguard Keep, of course. What is the hardest dungeon for blood? I don't know. Sanguine Depths has been very challenging, but haven't really found any dungeon that's particularly difficult for me as a tank. Usually it's just the affixes, like the shit or necrotic, that make it difficult. Not the dungeon. The dungeons are all relatively the same. What else? They let Azerite gear launch the way it did and immediately had to change it over the subsequent patches, despite testers showing the obvious flaws in the system. That's a different. You're conflating two things there. They didn't have to immediately change anything. They just realized that the design didn't work, and nobody showed anything objective about what was wrong with Azerite gear. It was just a mixture of it being imbalanced and poorly obtained. That was Azerite gear's fault. And they just didn't have time to change it, unfortunately. Azerite gear was a great system. It was just out of the gate, it was not handled properly. Wonder what 2D... Yeah, I wonder. We'll see soon here. It would be cool if we only had 1 DPS. What would it do? Would it take the healer? Or would it take me? Dude, how funny would that be if I just go down there and the boss just resets? Will he just not do the mechanic if there's only 1 target he can take? I liked Azerite gear, except with how it was acquired outside of raiding. Well, in the beginning it was terrible, like the worst designed... I mean, that was got to be the worst designed thing ever, right? Oh, I'm dead. Huh, didn't realize. But after they added Titan Residium, I was like, oh, that's great. Perfect. Great system. I liked it. Just sucks. Mythic Plus was just fucked. That was the problem. That brutal combo is living up to its name now, fuck. Okay, everybody's dead, so now we'll get to see what happens with the thing when there's only 2 players. I guess it probably just won't happen, huh? I was hoping that there'd be only one. I'm gonna res one of them. Let's res one of them and not the other. I just res the Warlock, though. He'll probably res the other guy now. Looks like he's just not gonna do it. Azerite was fine, targetable at least. Corruption was god-awful. Gotcha. Well, that's, again, just your opinion, so keep that in mind. There's two banners? Oh, shit. What the hell? I just didn't like the system based on obvious certain issues with it were just the fact that you needed 2 to 4 sets if you had any aspiration of doing endgame content. I mean, that's how it works with regular gear, too, so... Corruption was 100% targetable, not at first, but a month in. Legendaries are near the same way, right? Yeah, actually, legendaries are even worse than Azerite gear, right? Way worse. You can't respec your legendary. You have to make a whole different one. Is he a blaster?